Oh why do I have to keep talking about this clown, Nick Adams? Why? Because he's making it way too easy for me to talk about him. Beyond the Trump posts and the Trump BS and the hateful rhetoric and the GOP crap that he likes to post, he just makes it way too easy for me to talk about him. And more to the point, he makes it way too easy for me to criticize him. Not to mention the recent, well, it goes way beyond. Sometimes it goes beyond the crap that he's done recently. Questioning whether or not Joe Biden can survive a second term as president of the United States. Voicing his support for the Supreme Court ripping down affirmative action that's going to cost a lot of college seats for African Americans in this country. But one thing that I just have to talk about is this post. Bring back the stars and stripes. I'm so sick and tired of seeing these flags. And obviously he's talking about the Ukrainian flag, which we show support after an unprovoked attack by Russia, the Pride flag, the Palestine flag, and the Black Lives Matter flag. You're tired of seeing these flags. You're sick and tired of seeing these four flags. I get that. The war in Ukraine started by your friend, Vladimir Putin. Oh, excuse me, I shouldn't say your friend, Nick, because I don't know if you met him or not. Anyway, you're the friend of the man you worship, Donald Trump. He started the war, in case you've forgotten. The pride flag? Who cares? Has someone in the LGBTQ actually hurt you? How is this flag hurting you, Nikki? The Palestine flag? We show our support for them. And as for Black Lives Matter, of course, you hate black people, so that's self-explanatory. You're sick and tired of seeing these flags. Well, there's a couple of flags that I'm sick and tired of seeing. One of these flags happens to be, you guessed it, the Nazi flag. The flag of Nazi Germany. The flag that so many of our men and women in our armed forces during World War II defeated and fought against. The flag that should never be flown ever again, especially on American soil. But unfortunately, a small handful of people stood in front of the Chabad Cobb Synagogue in East Cobb on Saturday, waving those flags and signs with anti-Semitic messages. So why isn't that flag in this post, the flag of Nazi Germany, in that post you put up there, Nikki? Why didn't you mention the Nazi flag? Black Lives Matter flag, oh, it's terrible, it's evil. But Nazi Germany flag, the flag of Adolf Hitler, the flag of anti-Semitism, the flag under Jews, millions of Jews were genocide, the Holocaust. That's not a big deal to you, isn't that, Nikki? The Nazi flag, it don't matter to you. It's not a big deal, not a big deal. But Black Lives Matter, the Pride flag, oh my God, that is terrible. I'm sick of that. But you're not sick of the Nazi flag? You have the problem with the Nazi flag? More on that in a few moments. Well, actually, before I conclude this video. Anyway, there's another flag I'm sick of seeing. I'm personally sick of seeing. The Confederate battle flag. The flag of slavery. The flag of the Civil War. where the South was trying to keep its rights to own slaves. I'm sick of seeing that damn flag. But guess what? People still fly it in this country on American soil today. In fact, I saw it fly during a little event that happened. What was it? 2 years ago, 3 years ago? Well, that's right. That was January 6, 2021. The Confederate battle flag in the United States Capitol, which happened because Donald Trump convinced you, Nick Adams, and so many of you gullible Donald Trump supporters to attack the Capitol in the hopes that they could overturn the election, or overthrow the election, I should say. This flag still being flown in the South, and people keep using the excuse of this is their heritage of slavery, of discrimination, of blood, all because a person happened to be black. Matter of fact, let's look at the words of William T. Thompson, the designer of the Confederate flag himself. Quoting him, as a people, we are fighting to maintain the heavenly ordained supremacy of the white man over the inferior or colored race. And as a national emblem is significant of our higher cause, the cause of the superior race, unquote. The Black Lives Matter flags, they're bad, they're ugly. The Palestine flag, it's bad, it's evil. The Pride flag, it's bad, it's evil. The flag of Ukraine, it's bad, it's evil. But you don't say nothing about a flag designed by a man who believes it's the heavenly ordained, his words, heavenly ordained right of the white race over the black race, or his words, the inferior race. That you don't say nothing about that, do you, Nikki? See, this is why I go off against you. This is why I do this, because quite honestly, you make it so damn easy. Now, do I believe Black Lives Matter has its problems? You're darn right I do. Do I believe we are spending way too much money in Ukraine? Yes, I do. The Palestine thing, that's up to them. We support them, but it's up to them. The LGBTQ thing, maybe I have my issues, not my hateful issues, my understanding issues. I want to understand the situation. But when it comes to the Nazi flag and the Confederate flag, you're not sick of seeing that fly on American soil? And you call yourself an American? You see, Nikki, you're a hypocrite of the worst kind. You say you want to see the stars and stripes back. When are you going to start fighting against the Nazism that we are seeing, the anti-Semitism that we're seeing? The Nazi flags flying outside of a synagogue with people screaming, hoofing, and hollering anti-Semitic tropes. When are you going to start speaking out against the Confederate flag, a flag that's drenched in the slave's blood? When are you going to talk about that? Being flown on American soil generations after the Civil War ended. Still holding up saying that this is about heritage, not slavery. No, it's about slavery. But you don't want to talk about that, do you, Nikki? You don't want to talk about that because you honestly believe in both of these flags. Now, you want to drape yourself around the American flag. You want to be like Donald Trump, groping the damn thing on a flagpole. Matter of fact, I got a better question for you. Where were you on January 6, 2021, when we saw when we saw Donald Trump supporters beating up Capitol Police officers with flagpoles with the American flag attached to them. You don't think that's a desecration of our flag, Nikki? You don't think that's desecrating the Stars and Stripes, Nikki? As I said before, you're a hypocrite, and you're making it way too damn easy for me to go against you. CTP, know the truth. God bless. Peace to the left, justice to the right.